1935, Benito Mussolini sought to distract the Italian people from their troubles at home by creating a war abroad. Claiming Ethiopia as their territory, the Italian military invaded the African country, easily defeating the poorly equipped nation. The following year, civil war erupted in the democracy of Spain between forces loyal to the government and those supporting fascist dictator Francisco Franco. The United States and the Soviet Union supported the loyalists, while Germany and Italy aided the fascists. These alliances were a preview of the coalitions that would form during World War II. Meanwhile, in defiance of the Treaty of Versailles, Adolf Hitler began to rebuild the German military. He remilitarized the Rhineland with a series of defenses along the border of France. The League of Nations did nothing to respond to Hitler's enormous buildup of military might. Emboldened, on March 12, 1938, Hitler annexed Austria, marching over the border and occupying the country with a full-scale invasion. He then demanded Czechoslovakia surrender control of the Sudetenland. Once part of Germany, the Sudetenland was remapped as a territory in Czechoslovakia after World War I. Hitler believed it was the right of the Germans to take this land back. Britain and France had to respond to Hitler's aggression, but they faced a difficult decision. Rather than risk another war with Germany, they signed the Munich Agreement, forcing Czechoslovakia to relinquish the Sudetenland to the Germans. In return, Hitler promised that this would be his last territorial demand. Britain's Prime Minister, Neville Chamberlain, felt appeasement of Hitler was a victory and received a hero's welcome when he arrived home.
This morning, I had another talk with the German Chancellor, Herr Hitler. We regard the agreement signed last night and the Anglo-German naval agreement as symbolic of the desire of our two peoples never to go to war with one another again.
Not all Englishmen agreed that appeasement was a victory. Winston Churchill, Chamberlain's eloquent political rival and later Prime Minister, chastised Chamberlain and the French Prime Minister. The policy of appeasement failed. Germany soon took over the rest of Czechoslovakia. In August of 1939, the Nazis and the Soviets signed a non-aggression pact, vowing they would never attack each other. The pact between these two powers shocked the rest of the world. Stalin, though he hated the Nazis, signed to avoid war. But the non-aggression pact also contained a secret agreement, which allowed the Soviet Union territorial control of the eastern half of Poland and the Baltic states in the event of a war. Later, Stalin would learn a bitter lesson. Treaty or not, Hitler could not be trusted.